This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat far. We keeping the foot on the whoop on the Knicks. We keeping the foot on the whoop on the Knicks. And like the Tibetan master that I am, I'm applying what on immediate pressure. Because pressure does what? Eat versus fight. I had to do the bark right, dog. Let's talk about it, man. LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You see how they coordinating these guys? But the Brooklyn Nets, where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Because when Biggie said it, he didn't ask a question. He made a fucking emphatic statement. They were up in their series against Boston Celtics. When I told you guys that Boston Celtics was nothing to play with, look, they won one game. It's 2-1 right now. And a prediction, King Structure. And a prediction, King Structure. Because they didn't have nothing to say. Because in Rudy Poo and Plum Brain fashion, they thought in their rabbit-ass minds that the Boston Celtics was just going to lay down. They got Jason Tatum. This is a Mamba mentality player, dog. Let me say it again. They got Jason Tatum, a Mamba mentality player. I told you guys, anybody that's from the school of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, they know how to at least get a game. They know how to at least off of their engineering of greatness, they know how to win a fucking game off of the strength of that. Because they're not quitters. Even though they're playing against Mr. KD, Trey 5, Mr. Do Me and I Chill, the 50-40-90 walking gazelle, the natural order of basketball restore, the guy that comes to restore the natural order of basketball. Even though they're dealing with the razzling, dazzling Uncle Drew, even though they're dealing with the beard, they know how to get it done. But Lefraud James and Anthony Fakevis, look at all the NBA goon reffing in these games. How all of a sudden the Phoenix Suns, who had home court advantage, look at the cheating they did in game 2. Look at the cheating they did in game 3. How come He Knows Everything is the only motherfucker that sees shit like this? Don't think because I ain't talking about it consistently like I used to. Because I told you guys, I don't care for basketball like I used to, man. But I still got to cover it every now and then. They're cheating. They're lagoon reffing because they got to make Lefraud James more than meets the eyes. They got to make him a Transformers more than meets the eyes. But Lefraud James is not more than meets the eyes. He's not a transformer. When it's all said and done, Anthony Fakevis and Lefraud James were the load managing. That's why they're fresh. That's why they look fresh. And see, Anthony Fakevis is the ultimate La Puppet. At least Dwayne Wade clapped back. At least Chris Bosh clapped back. At least Kevin Love clapped back. At least Kyrie Irving was the ultimate Lefraud James clap backer. Mario Chalmers clapped the fuck back. These guys clapped back when Lefraud James was acting some type of way, dog. When he got them feeling some type of way. Got them feeling some type of way. Got them feeling some type of way. Some type of way. They clapped the fuck back. But Anthony Fakevis, oh yeah, man, it was my fault. Anytime they lose, notice the blame goes on Anthony Fakevis, even though he's bona fide the number 1 player on the Los Angeles Fakers. It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, But in its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat true telefashion, it's as simple as this. They're giving the Los Angeles Fakers the coronation. Where's all of the same thing for the Brooklyn Nets? When the Brooklyn Nets beat up the Boston, oh, it's just game 1, man. You see how much they hate Mr. Anti-LeBron? Mr. Do Me and I Chill? The 50-40-90 walking gazelle, the natural order of basketball restore, or the guy that comes back to restore the natural order of basketball and Kevin Durant. They hate on him, dog. Because they know what Kevin Durant is all about. They know he's all about being KD Trey 5. They don't like that. Michael Rappaport had a run-in with LeBron James. Did you see it had the same adverse fate as Kevin Durant? It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, Keep that same energy, dog. Let me say it again. Keep that same energy, dog. But they're not going to keep that same energy. Because Lefraud James, the rules doesn't apply to him. But it does for Kevin Durant. This is what we're dealing with when it comes to basketball. We're dealing with double standards that's associated with basketball. Just like there is with boxing, it's like that in basketball. But in its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat true telefashion, it's as simple as this. Phoenix Suns, I'm sorry to tell you guys, man, they gonna make basically an example out of you guys, or a example, because we got to contextualize it. Because they got to make LeBron James look like he's more than meets the eyes. They got to transform his ass, even though he ain't no fucking Transformers. He's more of a Starscream than he is an Optimus Prime or a fucking Megatron. LeBron James is the biggest lie they've ever told you in fucking basketball. The most overrated basketball player to ever play the game. He ain't no fucking Kwame Brown. Let's get it right. LeBron James is very, 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 very. You could take very good and add it to the infinity. That's LeBron. But he ain't fucking great. He ain't a bust. We know that. And even I wouldn't be qualified to talk basketball if I said LeBron James is a bust. LeBron ain't no bust. LeBron is very good to the infinity. But he ain't great. Because greatness personification can only be hindered. The motherfucker can't be stopped. Listen to the conversation. Listen to the terminology and listen to the vernacular of the terminology. Greatness personification can only be hindered. Lefraud James is never hindered. So he ain't greatness personification. The motherfucker can't be stopped. Well, LeBron James is greatness mimication. Greatness mimication is never hindered. So the motherfucker is never stopped. Woo, woo, woo. What I said was so deep and profound. Let me let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. So hear me fucking well. Greatness mimication is never hindered because the motherfucker is never stopped. Because when it's all said and done, that's what Lefraud James is. That's what Anthony Fakevis is. Greatness mimication. They're not greatness personification. They're going to make an example out of the Phoenix Suns because they got to prop up Lefraud James. How you a 7th seed? How you lost the way you did in game 1 and then things all of a sudden turned around? It's called lagoon reffing. It's called basically making things work in fucking LeBron James's and Anthony Davis's favor. And it's basically being oblivious to the fucking truth. Which is in its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat true teller fashion. These motherfuckers are Lebought and Lepaid for. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat true teller fashion. Stop being brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo heads. They basically ensured that Los Angeles Fakers acted as if they all of a sudden turned things around when really they ain't do nothing that great. What ended up happening is they started calling foul calls on the Phoenix Suns. Go watch the fucking game. Go watch how motherfuckers are falling out. Go watch how motherfuckers are getting calls at precarious times that they weren't getting in game 1 because they got to prop up Lefraud James. They got to prop up Anthony Fakevis. And they got to ensure that their fakers make it to the NBA Finals to play KD Trey 5, Mr. Do Me and I Chill, the 50, 40, 90 walking gazelle. Because when it's all said and done, the fakers are what they are. Fakers. Hence the name Fakers. Because everything about them is fake. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat true teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the what? The Hicks. I keeps the foot on the what? The Hicks. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.